Modern neuroscience tells us that instead of writing down things we're thankful for in a journal, simply listening to and connecting with positive stories about people can better help shift our immune system into balance. It can help us move from a state of constant anxiety towards motivation. So 3 days a week, I'm sharing stories we can feel good about. Mondays, you'll hear a story from the past to be thankful for. On Wednesdays, I'll tell an inspiring story from the present. And Fridays, you'll head into the weekend with a story to keep you optimistic about our future. Hi, I'm Chris. Welcome to My Good 3. Happy Friday. When I was growing up, I remember talking about the future and fearing the day when robots would take over the Earth. Movies like The Terminator and The Matrix captured our imaginations of what could happen if machines became sentient and we lost control. As the years have gone by, robots have been developed, some pretty impressive, but as AI is becoming more and more prevalent, the fear of being physically overcome by robots that would enslave us humans isn't something that most people are talking about. What most people are talking about is what's happening in the area of generative AI. Developers are finding all sorts of ways to take advantage of the technology. But we've already seen things go wrong with social manipulation, visual deception, and data privacy. So cybersecurity is becoming incredibly important. And with the advent of AI-powered weapon systems, there are many more concerns, and global leaders must work together to limit the damage that AI can do to global security. However, it's easy to hear all of this and forget how we're benefiting greatly from artificial intelligence. Just like most things, there are goods and bads. And while we need to continue the conversation about how to limit the disastrous sides of AI, we can't let fear blind us from seeing the benefits of AI popping up all around us. Here are a few companies using AI to help make the world a better place. You ever heard of diabetic retinopathy? It's an eye condition that occurs in people suffering from diabetes when their blood sugar levels aren't maintained. The high blood sugar damages the blood vessels in their retina, and if it's not caught early, they can lose their eyesight. And with diabetes rates climbing at an alarming rate in the US, diabetic retinopathy is becoming a crisis. Enter an AI-driven company called CheckEye. They've developed a screening solution to allow very basic eye care facilities like Walmart's or at other pharmacies like CVS to take photographs of a customer's eye and very quickly find out if diabetic retinopathy is present. This early detection is incredibly important, and now, thanks to this artificial intelligence solution, prevention of diabetic retinopathy is going mainstream. Another AI-based company is making major headway in keeping consumer packaged goods companies focused on sustainability. With all the plastic waste we're consuming daily, from shampoo bottles to single-serve applesauce, we're putting way too much in our landfills. Often, key decisions are being made by the companies producing the products, from what kind of packaging to use and how to ship the products to retailers without fully understanding the environmental impact. Now, they're able to quickly see how different choices matter. Thanks to a startup company called Carbon Bright, companies now have easy access to an AI-powered platform that quickly scores their choices. With a touch of a button, they can see their product lifecycle and supply chain emissions footprint, without having to waste any time finding or entering complex data. This is great news, and efforts like the Carbon Disclosure Project put pressure on companies to share their carbon footprint scores. One day soon, we'll be able to make purchase decisions based on a company's sustainability score, which will only be a win for the environment. Another AI-based company is making headway in the area of Alzheimer's care. While there are all kinds of medical advances being made in the areas of dementia and Alzheimer's research, this company is using AI to help people who are already suffering from memory loss feel more connected to their caregivers and to the life they've lived. Memory Lane Games is a health app that uses artificial intelligence to bring memories into a visual-based trivia game. By serving up photos from the patient's own photo library or the library of a loved one, the patient can play trivia games centered around their own life to improve their quality of life. The goal of the game isn't to compete for scores, but rather to increase the communication between the caregiver and those suffering from dementia. In clinical trials, 93% of caregivers felt that the app made them feel more relaxed. 83% said they laughed more, and 67% reported being happier. Not only does it help caregivers, but the trial showed that 58% of people with dementia communicated more. While it may not seem like much, these improvements are impacting people's quality of life and the world around us. There are companies all over the world solving problems and making people more connected and happier, all through the use of artificial intelligence. I know I bristle when I hear any news story about artificial intelligence these days because it seems like it's almost always negative, tapping into those fears we established at a young age. And some of that fear is justified. But these three examples are a good reminder that while media companies benefit greatly from bringing us bad news, we can benefit by not forgetting the good out there. Thank you for listening. I realize this podcast won't be successful without your help. So if you'd like to rate it, or better yet, review it, wherever you get your podcasts, that would really help. And if you're on Instagram, go to @mygood3, THREE, to vote each episode up or down. I'm also excited to read more Good 3 stories from listeners. So just go to our website, mygood3.com, and submit a story of your own from the past, present, or future, or all three, and maybe I'll use it in an episode. Thanks again. Here's to hoping My Good 3 can set the stage for your good week.